Hey, it's Tuesday afternoon and I'm hiking up the La Concha Mountain, but I want to, well, next to showing you some nice views from there, I want to tell you all about the freedom that allows me to do this on a Tuesday. See, the thing is that most of us creative people shouldn't really be doing a 9-to-5 job. No matter if you have the creative juices flowing or not, you're just sitting there and kind of wasting your life away. And in many cases, actually what we do, especially what I do, can be done a lot faster than in 8 hours. So yeah, in many cases I can finish my entire workday in 2 and then do stuff like this. But that shift requires you to think in terms not hours or not time, but the output, so what you deliver at the end of the day. And obviously there are many jobs that can't work that way at all. But if you're lucky enough to be working in any kind of creative field, even coding actually, I think you can do coding a little bit faster and deliver the same results if you could. But any creative field allows you to fight for your freedom or to reclaim your day basically. And let me tell you, climbing this mountain is, well, so far I'm actually walking down, so it's not really climbing, but I guess we'll be climbing soon. But climbing this mountain is really very different to all the mountains that I happen to hike up in Poland, because like everything here is just completely different. Look at the dirt behind me, it's red, and then olive trees all around me. And there are some olives here actually. Look at that. That is pretty unbelievable for somebody who lives in a colder climate. Getting a little bit steeper now. Fun. And once you regain that freedom, you can do what I call those mini adventures. Go for a hike, go for a walk, for a run. Just be with nature, because it's quite beautiful. When I was just at the beginning of my career, working at an agency in Warsaw, Poland, I realized how important time is, and I actually asked them to only work 4 days a week, with reduced pay obviously, but that allowed me to have Fridays off. And I spent those 3 days weekend playing in a band. Going across the country, just kind of enjoying myself and enjoying that free time while still young. So yeah, all my babbling today is about trying to understand how important time is, because that's the only currency you can't get more of. You can get more money always, you can just start a new business, do whatever, but you're not gonna get back the time that you wasted doing things that push you further away from happiness. It's not possible to do all that, and by the way, that behind me is the Mediterranean Sea. To do all that, you can't really be working normally for somebody. You need to freelance or start your own company. And what I imagine as my dream is for all the creatives to be their own little businesses, providing their services when they're ready, in their own time, and enjoying their lives. Because yes, you can do that. And it's a lot better than working for the Facebooks of this world, even if the pay is a little bit lower. Now it's gotten significantly steeper, as you can see behind me, and as you can see right in front of me. So let's talk about how to do it. And by how to do it, I don't mean climbing this, because that's not that difficult. How to do successful freelance as a creative in a way where you can afford a lifestyle of basically freedom. Well, I'm gonna tell you in a second. First, we need to climb this. Okay, so here's how you do it. You can't just go and be a freelancer from the start. Well, some people do it, but that's basically practically impossible. What you need to do is go get a job at some company for like 3 to 4 years. Get to learn as much as you can. And of course, try to learn about selling and marketing and all that, because that's gonna be super essential, especially if you're trying to sell your services and you don't really have much to show for it yet. But yeah, just get as much knowledge and as much experience as possible in, and then just take the leap. And it's gonna be horrible for the first few years. It's gonna be really low incomes. But if you persevere and you realize that you can do it, you can get your first client, get your first job. After a few years of grinding, you'll be able to work on your own terms. And that's basically this entire approach. This is what I did. It took me a while longer, and my hard times were like really hard. For the first few years, I was basically completely broke almost all the time. And working a steady job back then would have been a lot easier, but if you take the easy way out, then you don't reap the rewards later. That's just how it is. Okay, I think I'm close to the summit. It should be right up there. And then, after many years of hard work, you eventually make it to the top, just like I did make it to the top of La Concha. The views are simply breathtaking, and being able to do this on a weekday because I feel like it, yeah, that's what makes life worth living. Have a beautiful day.